The Orange Democratic Movement says the Jubilee Coalition government has encountered difficulties in accomplishing its flagship projects because it lacks a substantive implementation plan. Acting party leader Anyang' Nyong'o rated the Jubilee Coalition government as having performed poorly in its 1 year in administration when compared to the Grand Coalition government over the same period.
When it came to economic management, the coalition government did manage to maintain interest rates rather low, and borrowing from banks was high. Unemployment has remained a problem, but not as much as it is today. Inflation was much lower during the coalition government. And so I think that if you compare the coalition government with the Jubilee government, okay, definitely the Jubilee government scores rather poorly. Very poorly, in fact. Yes, there was insecurity, but not as the proportion that we have today. I think, to me, the Jubilee government is inattentive to the problems of Kenyans. I would say like that. It's rather inattentive. There is a feeling that public matters are being approached rather casually. And problems are being attacked on an impromptu basis. There doesn't seem to be a line of action that is going a certain direction. So this uncertainty, this lack of a roadmap that is consistent being followed is worrying.
The Kisumu senator, who served as planning minister in the NARC government, added that the government needs to focus on eliminating corruption in government, insecurity and creating jobs for the youth by using its parliamentary strength to formulate legislation that encourages small enterprise and addresses the cost of living.
On the issue of corruption, which creeps in every initiative that the government takes, we are concerned about the corruption that is going round and round in government. And we are concerned that the Jubilee has called an war on corruption, where we neither see the army nor the guns to be used in this war. The government admits that thieves have invaded higher places, office of the president, even the state house, where the generals of this war should be fighting this great war. And if at that level, the thieves and the captains of corruption are already in ascendance, what about at other levels? To date, we have seen no sackings, no prosecutions, no naming of names. We have been treated to the drama of members of government publicly campaigning for a chance to fix contracts for grand infrastructure projects in return for bribes. We have seen the standard gauge railway, a very necessary and needed project in this country, be bogged down by what might, in the final analysis, turn up as high costs due to kickbacks.
Figure that has come from within this government.
Joint Secretary to the Transitional Interim Executive Committee, Ababuna Mwamba, noted that the government must develop a substantive strategy to deal with the public wage management bill, noting that directing senior public officers to take a pay cut may not effect much.
Asanteni sana.
We are running.
I'm Olive Barrows for Capital TV.
Another meeting at 3. Yes. Okay.